Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock Season 3. In today's episode, we're going to be building our first big farm of the season, a huge ghast farm in the Nether, and that is going to completely change how we play the game on this server, which I'm actually really excited for. But as you can see, we're starting off the episode over here at a little bit of an axolotl farm that I've built between episodes on some live streams in an attempt to get ourselves a blue axolotl, the super duper rare one. I'm taking this project fairly seriously. I even built up myself a pretty janky little tropical fish farm using bubble columns, so all the tropical fish spawn and then they get pushed over and then down into our little collection area, and this thing is actually working pretty well, all things considered. Like, these things spawn pretty quickly, and that makes it so that we can just basically automate these guys a little bit more, and we don't have to go swimming around trying to get more of these tropical fish in a bucket. So I've probably spent about 3 hours or so in total over here trying to breed these guys up, and as you can see, we have quite the population going. I've kind of thinned out the numbers a couple of times, to put it lightly, and so far we haven't gotten ourselves a baby blue axolotl. I mean, there's a very small chance that there's like a baby blue in here somewhere and I just haven't seen it because it's kind of hard to see things with all this mess of axolotls. So I'm gonna just kind of be over here every now and again on live streams, just trying to breed these guys up, and then hopefully we'll get ourselves a baby blue sometime relatively soon. They are super rare. There's a 1 in 1200 chance every time you breed an axolotl to get the baby blue variety. It's just so rare. It's a ridiculous amount of work that you need to put in to get these guys. But I am determined to get myself a baby blue axolotl. It is going to happen. This fish farm is actually surprisingly efficient. I mean, look at this. They just keep raining down on you. It's actually a really dumb little farm, and it really didn't take that long to design. You might see a tutorial for this kind of setup here on the channel soon, because I want to make some sort of tutorial for how to easily get the blue axolotl, but really it's just a time sink. No matter which way you go about it, you're just gonna have to spend a couple hours breeding up these guys in an attempt to get the super rare variety. But once you get one blue axolotl, you can breed that with any of the other ones, and then you can get a lot more blue axolotls very easily. So as soon as you get one, it's really quite straightforward to get a whole army of them. You know that gif of the lady throwing out tons of food to just like an army of cats? Yeah, that one, that's kind of me right now. No fish were harmed in the making of this video. Alright, well, it's that time of day to decrease the amount of lag on the server, and I promise you absolutely no axolotl's feelings were ever harmed during the making of today's video. This is 100% cruelty-free episode. So in the last episode, we gathered up all the materials needed for the ghast farm, and as you can tell from these shulker boxes, it really isn't that many materials. So for a farm that's going to completely change how we play, at least I think it's going to completely change how we play. That's the hope anyway. So hopefully this is all good enough to build the farm. I'm going to chuck all of this into the ender chest, and now it's really just a matter of finding a place to actually build the farm itself. So lucky for us, the entirety of the spawn in the Nether appears to be Soul Sand Valley, and unlucky for us, this Nether Portal appears to be broken. Just send me to the Nether already. Come on, I've been standing here for like a full minute. Yeah, there we go. Jeez. Took you long enough, didn't it? Anyway, so it appears that the Nether Portal has moved. This is not where it was yesterday. To the top of the Nether. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, basically up here is just 100% Soul Sand Valley. It is like basically the worst nether spawn that you could possibly ask for, because there's just 9 infinite skeletons everywhere. But with skeletons also comes the ghasts as well, which is exactly what we want. So popping over to Chunk Base for a second, you can tell just how much of the spawn is actually Soul Sand Valley. It's a little bit ridiculous. So this point right here is right where the Nether Hub is, and each one of these squares is one chunk. If we zoom out a little bit, you can tell this Soul Sand Valley literally goes on for about 1,000 blocks. Literally from 0 all the way out to negative 1,000. It is ridiculous. It is the biggest Soul Sand Valley I've ever seen. And a significant significant portion of it is also a beautiful soul sand valley. Look how much of this is above a lava ocean. Even if someone else already has a farm out here, there's literally just hundreds and hundreds of blocks that is pure lava lake. It is a beautiful biome. This is going to be such a nice area to build in. So this is just a blank world that shares the world seed. This isn't like the actual server or anything. I'm just doing a bit of scouting beforehand. Just because I'm being cautious, I'm deciding to brew a little bit more of the fire resistance potions. We're going to be building over the biggest lava lake known to man. So I really want to be careful with this. And also because I can't stand still for more than a minute without literally imploding. Let's check the shop profits while we're here. We have ourselves a total of 4 lovely diamonds. Oh, someone's actually buying the vanishing bells. That's beautiful. 24 extra diamonds. That's great. We're gonna be raking in the profits entirely once we're stocking this thing with rockets. Also, I just realized that there's another new shop in town which might be encroaching on my turf. And it doesn't look like they sell anything that I sell. This is good. I don't need to graffiti anything. So what's Foxy even selling here? Diorite and andesite. Oh, and ink sacks? This is pretty good, actually. Deep slate, 4 copper ingots per stack? That is so cheap. Cobbled deep slate? Dude, this stuff is such a pain to get. I'm gonna take literally all of this, and I have so much copper. This isn't even an issue. It's basically free to me. Like, look how much copper we have. We have several stacks of blocks. This is like, thank you, Foxy. I'll take your entire stock. 3 and 4. Lovely. That's not even an entire stack of copper for 9 stacks of this cobbled deep slate. Deep slate is like literally the best block in the game now, in my very correct opinion. So yeah, I'll be buying from him basically as much as he can stock this. Flying through the nether, cause flying through the nether is fun and it makes everyone watching very nervous. But I'm a professional Minecraft flyer, so I can fly through the nether with ease. Is there a place to fly through here? There's not. This is a dead end. Why is the nether such a pain to fly through? I need a fire resistance potion right now. Yeah. Luckily, you can activate your elytra and lava, so that's a good thing. Seriously, is there no way out of here? Why is the nether gotta be a dead end? Jeez. So yeah, this Soul Sand Valley is absolutely massive. It literally just keeps on going for 1,000 blocks, and we should be arriving at our destination rather soon. This right here is the build area. It is a huge lava lake, 100% Soul Sand Valley. And if we go over in this direction, there is a bastion. As you can see, I believe this is the Hoglin Stables variety. Not that I know what that means or if it's important, but it's a cool bastion. So we're going to be building our Ghast Farm right in the middle of the lava lake over in this area, probably right between these 3 pillars. So I'm out here at the build location and I've started to construct the platform. You'll notice that we have a lot of skeletons, and I would just like to point out that literally every single one of the skeletons is directly on my torches. Like, the only spot on this entire platform that has torches on it, all of the skeletons are right there. Just every single one of them. Okay, Geronimo! God, this is like 12 skeletons. Dudes, there's torches here. What are you doing? Go away. Oh, jeez. Terrible. I don't like you. You're spooky and you're scary. You're sending shivers down my spine. Okay, I clearly need more torches. But yeah, this is the main platform that we're going to be using for our Ghast Farm. It is like 24 by 24? No, it's 17 plus 17, whatever that is. Don't do math while recording. And this right here is going to be the central AFK spot, but a little bit up in the air. We might have to remove those little floaty islands. Possibly not. It depends. But I'm going to get a little bit more of this farm built up. Okay, so the entirety of the platform is now installed, and honestly, this hasn't been too big of a deal so far. A couple ghasts here and there, nothing you can't handle though. And now it's just a matter of like getting rid of all the skeletons. So if you place the torches like 4 blocks apart, with actually like 4 blocks in between them, going across this entire platform, then you can prevent all the skeleton spawns, but still keep the ghasts, because the ghasts don't care about light levels at all, which is actually extremely convenient. That was a little bit laggy. So a short while later, I've gotten in all the bars across the top of the farm, and that's where all the rail lines are gonna go, and I've also captured myself 2 ghast. These guys are name tagged, that way no more ghast can spawn in the area. These guys spawn so frequently, like you kill one, and then like half a second later, bam, instantly spawn again. I've probably killed like legitimately like, you know, 20, 30, 40, 100 ghasts in the last 20 minutes. It's actually ridiculous. There's way too many ghasts, and they blew up all my stuff like twice. Anyway, so I'm gonna get in the rail lines and the redstone and stuff. This farm is actually really easy to put together, so let me get some more work done. Oop.
That's an interesting sound.
So all of the rail lines and the suffocation bars are now in place, and this place is looking pretty sweet, especially with the RTX on as well. And now it is just time for like the main trident killers and the redstone, and that'll be pretty much it, honestly. It has been super smooth sailing ever since I caught those ghasts right over there, and since they're caught, no other ones are spawning anywhere at all. It's just like completely smooth sailing, no issues at all, literally no anything. It's just perfect. I love it. It's so peaceful. Great atmosphere as well. Something I probably should have mentioned earlier is that this is the same design that I released a tutorial on a little while back. If you want to build this in your worlds, then you can. There's already a tutorial for it on the channel, and you can find a link to that in the iCards and of course down in the description as well. It's honestly pretty straightforward, and once you get yourself a couple of ghast caught, it's really not too big of a deal. So basically the entirety of the farm is now done and dusted and ready to go, except for the redstone brain, which goes into this corner right here. So this farm is a little bit special in that it dispenses, what is it, 6 mine carts? Or 7 or 8, many mine carts every second or so, and then those just continuously go around on a track. So the brain is what actually is the circuitry and the redstone that tells the entire farm to do that. Now, I have no idea how to build the brain, I completely forget, so I'm gonna be watching my tutorial as per usual. And now it's just time to add in the tridents for the trident killers. So now that basically the entire farm is done, the last thing to do is to remove our namey name ghast. Goodbye, good sir, and goodbye, ugly sir. So now I just need to rip out all of this netherrack and stuff and prevent, you know, ghast from spawning on these things where they shouldn't. And then I probably also need to install, yeah, a little bit more rail here on the left side because I forgot about all that stuff. And the nice thing about this farm being complete is any ghast that spawn in it are basically stuck immediately. So I don't really even need to worry about those guys, but I'm still gonna be a little bit cautious when walking around in this area. So let's pick up the shulkers and the ender chest, and we will hop up to the AFK spot. Now, I haven't actually done a test of the redstone yet, so I guess we should probably do that as well. Okay, not gonna lie, I am really nervous to test this out. I'm pretty sure it's all built correctly, but if it's not, then it might be a little bit of a pain to actually do correctly. Oh, and you know what? I'm just noticing that this right here is, in fact, broken. It's not quite correct. I need to fix this. Oh. No! Of all the places! No, that's the worst place for you to hit. Actually, that doesn't look like it really broke anything. I swear that broke something. How did that not break anything? Okay, you know what? It actually hit, like, right here? Question mark? So we really just need redstone there, there, there. And then if I place a redstone dust right here, that's going to pick up the ghast and put them into the kill chamber. Yeah, there we go. Take that, ghast. You deserve bad things like that. Oh, geez. These minecarts are going pretty slow, aren't they? Anyway, I need to double check this now, apparently, because it is very much just got blown up by a ghast. Miraculously, I don't think that anything has actually been broken by the ghasts. Hopefully. I've done a little look-see around, and I seriously don't see anything that fireball broke. So here's hoping. I basically just need to flick this lever right here. That should turn on the trident killers, and those guys are now dead. 2 more instantly spawn, And there goes the redstone. That is 3 minecarts, the 4th one, and a 5th one. Oh, this is working great. I gotta hide away from these ghasts though. Sweet, so we should see all 9 of the minecarts get dispensed. I'm going to jump off of this and go up to the AFK spot because it's a little bit tricky to not get blown up by the ghasts. And splat, there we go. Okay, it's definitely a little bit laggy. You can tell how laggy the server is when all the minecarts are going. Oh, jeez, okay, it looks like it's actually working first try. Besides the fact that we have a ghast up there, not good. So I do need to remove these upper platforms. That won't be too big of a deal. And great, we now have ourselves the first ever like ghast farm on the server. I might need to adjust some slight bits of it, but otherwise I am super happy with this. So technically the farm is like 0.1% done. I adjusted some of the ends over there so they should get ejected directly into the minecarts now. However, we have these little floaty islands above me. I was originally hoping that these would be out of distance from the player so that nothing would spawn on them, but as you can tell, we definitely got a whole bunch of skelly bobs up here and just a whole bunch of other good things. So I'm gonna go ahead and just basically spleef these guys and call it a day, really. Bye, skeletons. Get out of here. Fall down. What are you doing? Jeez, I'm trying to spleef you. I'm not very good at this. Man, I haven't played spleef in years. And it clearly shows, doesn't it? Oh, there's somebody over there. Get out of here, skeletons. Bye. Yep, okay, there goes another couple. Oh, there goes me. Okay, these guys are actually spleefing me more than I'm spleefing them. Wow, not very good, am I? Right, well, all the islands are removed now, and as you can tell, I'm not picking up any of my blocks. This is just like 1,000 blocks on the floors down there, and all of those are just gonna be despawning. So I also wired up an on and off switch, so if we flick this thing, we can see that the entire farm is going to churn on, and we can still hear the beautiful ghast screams of the ghast farm. Now, for some reason, those 2 guys are escaping on the end. I'm not sure exactly why that is. So it turns out that invisibility potions are actually pretty helpful when building this farm because the ghasts are too stupid to realize that you're there, even if you're wearing full armor. Now, the thing about this is I'm currently invisible to me. As you can tell, I'm invisible. But I don't have the invisibility effect. Like, I can't even open the effects screen by pressing Z. And yeah, I don't have invisibility right now, but I'm still invisible. So what happens if I drink this potion? I get invisibility for 8 minutes. Okay, well, I guess that was to be expected. Okay, so I found out the issue with why the ghasts aren't going into the trident killers. It's because the suffocation bars are just a little bit too short. They need to be extended all the way to that corner over there. And if they aren't extended all the way there, then simply put, the guys aren't going to get put into the trident killers. So I need to grab a couple of blocks, and then this farm will actually 100% be completely done and fully functional, I hope. So I've adjusted everything, and moment of truth number 6, here goes the farm, and hopefully both of those ghasts get put directly into the trident killers. No questions, no difficulties, and yes they did. Fantastic. Okay, this farm is now up and running professionally. You can see that they take enough damage that they're basically a one-hit kill from the trident killers. I have to talk extra loud whenever there's a ghast inside the farm because they are so loud and noisy. Anyway, so I can just stand here holding a looting 3 sword for as long as I want to, and basically just rack up the gunpowder. I don't have any form of storage system on this at the moment, but I need a lot more hoppers before I can even think about doing that. So that'll be done shortly, I hope. I probably need to AFK at the iron farm, though. So I AFK'd at the farm for maybe like 15 to 20 or so minutes, and we now have a staggering amount of gunpowder. Look at all this stuff. We got 9, 10, 11, over 11 stacks of gunpowder now that we can turn into rockets, and we got a ton of ghast tears too, and quite a few ghast heads from the trident killers, because of course we're using looting 3 and this counts as a player kill, so we get a ton of ghast heads. So sweet, this project is really awesome. We need to get ourselves a good nether tunnel coming over here, and we need to get ourselves a good storage system for this project as well. That way we don't need to like risk our life and limb and the farm trying to go down there and actually like get the materials from this thing. So I don't really have myself a sugarcane farm to make this like a super reliable income source with the rockets. However, I have been just kind of like idly harvesting the sugarcane that is by the Barn Bros barn. You know, that building right there. I built an entire ghast farm, and all I got was one measly chest of rockets, plus a couple extra, plus some spare gunpowder, and all these lovely ghast heads. Overall, I think this project is an absolute success, and we are now the proud owners of the first ever actual rocket shop on the Truly Bedrock Season 3 server. If we can keep this running all season, which there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to, then we are going to be absolutely rolling in the profits, and I'm actually quite happy with that. I think our little shop empire is going to be doing us very well. I need to start expanding and getting like an actual building and some professionalism going and some actual decor, but for now this little stall right here is doing us pretty good. And with that, our first big farm of the season is done, and we can celebrate by lighting off some rockets. I'm actually quite happy about this. And next big farm on the list is probably a raid farm or something else that might be required for, you know, Team 1 endeavors. And other than that, we are going to be getting into actually building some proper things on the server. I haven't really built anything yet besides like the ghast farm and that iron farm. So yeah, it's about time that we actually get into some builds, but that is going to do it for today's episode. I hope that you have greatly enjoyed. If you have, then of course consider leaving a like on the video or possibly subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Those are the two best ways to support the channel, so thank you ever so much for doing so, and I will see you guys down in the comment section and in the next one. Thank you so very much for watching, and then there was silence.